Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. Well, it's a nice evening here in Virginia. I got a bunch of new baits in and I want to try them out. So this is kind of my test pond. I always like to come down here and test stuff out. Hopefully we can get on a few fish. I saw several bass up shallow, so I think I have some baits on that'll do it. And I'm going to show you guys actually what I got on. So let me come over here, show what I got tied onto my rods. All right, everybody. This is my new Lake Fork paddle tail baits that I just got in. They're like a 2.5, 2 3/4 inch, 1/16 ounce jig head. I'm gonna throw that, and then I've got the new 6th Sense. This is the curve. That's in the shad pattern with the scales on it, and then I've got this Rapala right here. This is a little micro shallow diving Rapala right here, and then I got this Sabile jerkbait tied on right there. So that's what I'm starting with. And that's what we're going to get on it with. I think they're going to do real well. I've got a bunch of smaller baits that I want to try today, see if we can find some fish. And I got a bunch of new tackle, and I just want to get out here and chuck it. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to catch a fish on every bait that I got. So hopefully we can make that happen. So stay tuned and let's get on some fish. All right, everybody, we're going to throw this jerk bait. Curious to see how this works. Like I said, this is all new baits to me. It's a suspending bait, which is kind of good. There's a fish. A little bit of pause. Camera's putting right. There's bass. All right, micro wake bait. Scores one for me today. Bad one. Need some pliers. I ain't sticking my fingers in there. Alright guys, not a bad little bass. Alright, let's get him back. See you, bud. Oh. Alright everybody, little Rebel micro wake bait got that bass. We'll take it. Alright guys, I'm gonna throw this Rapala jerk bait. It's top water. It's in a perch color. It's a floater. Oh, there's a fish. Damn. Oh, and he got off right there. He's a little bass. Oh well, at least we know we got a fish. There's one. bad one. 6 cents. 6 cents curve. Boom. I got it in the skill plate. All right, number 2 on the board. 6 cents curve. I like that. Doing a stop and go approach. All right, guys, nothing big. We'll take it. All right, 6 cents curve. This is the one that has the scale pattern on it. It's got a green and black top on it, kind of silver and white body, and yeah, there we go. Love these baits. Love them. There's one. Got him on the jerk bait. All right, brand new jerk bait. Boom, there's a bass. All right, sweet. Look at that. I gotta take a picture of that. What's this say with the line wrapped around him, but with the bait in his mouth. All right, guys, let's get him back in the water quick. He was bleeding. I didn't want to take a chance. Got the hook out. He wasn't hooked that bad, but yeah, we want to get him back quick. All right, guys, got him on this Rapala. This is a perch color. Little jerk bait. Got him. Got that hook out real quick. Got him back. He wasn't bleeding when I was going to take the picture, and then he started bleeding. So I just wanted to get him back. Don't want the fish hurt. Need him to grow up and get bigger. Oh, there's a fish. Man, he killed it. He killed it. It's a big old crappie. Look at that. Look at that. That crappie crushed that. Crushed it. All right, guys, let's get him back. See if we can find another one like that. That's a sweet fish. Yep, buddy. Off. Alright, guys, because I got him on the top water one, I'm going to try to throw the sinking one, see if I can get one that way. Oh, there's a fish. Another stud crappie. Look at that. Boom. Just as I say that. Just as I say that. I hammer a nice crappie. Easy, bud. He's trying to stick it to me. Dang, that was awesome. All right, guys, so 3 of the 4 baits that I bought, that I just got in, got me fish. I'll take it. Got him. Oh, yeah. This time it's a bass. Whew. All right. Look at how dark that guy is. Oh, he's off. Oh, he's off. Oh, I got him. Stuck between my feet. Got off, but man, bam, that was another bass. There's a bass right in there. Alright, see you, bud. Alright, guys, last 2 fish, this sinking Rapala. This thing, you can just reel it and has a great action to it, or you can jerk it and reel it, and man, it looks good in the water. And these guys are fired up now, so you get on some more. There he is. A little drag. Another nice bass. Not nice. These are dinks, but you know what I mean. Catching fish, guys. Catching fish. Definitely need some pliers for him too. Need some good old pliers for him. Oh, no, we can get it. We can get it. We can get it. Maybe we can get it. Maybe not. All right, another little bass. See you, bud. All right, everybody, I am back home, and wow, what an interesting evening of fishing. First off, it was really tough because they were mowing the grass around there, and so they were weed eating all around everything. And so there was tons of grass that got thrown into the pond, and so it was really hard to fish any bait pretty much because every time, no matter what I cast, I was coming back with grass and weeds and all the stuff that they hacked and shoved in there. And I'm glad that they've started doing that there, but it really sucks that when they mow it down, instead of going down and mowing away, I know you can't do it with a weed eater, but with a lawnmower you can mow those edges and you shoot most of it back away from the bank. But these are guys that just go mow grass. They don't, they're not somebody that's trying to conserve and make sure you can fish a pond. So it's cool that they mow it down and keep it maintained now instead of me having to go down there and do it all the time. So that's cool. But yeah, so it was kind of tricky fishing. But I wanted to use the new baits that I got. I got a bunch of new baits in the box. And I want to try something out. And of course, the 6th Sense caught me a fish. I actually missed a couple other fish on that one. Then I switched it out for the crawl. Didn't get any bites on the crawl, but as soon as I switched out to the crappie 6th Sense, which is a 50S, which is a silent one, it's the Crush 50S. I had several bites on that, missed them, and then I missed a really good solid whack, and it was dark out. I mean, I didn't have the camera on anymore because it was dark out, but yeah, something pulverized it. And then that was crazy, man. I was jerking that one Rapala, the sinking Rapala, the silver one, and that big, huge bass just rolled up on. I mean, that thing, all I saw was this big, giant eyeball. I mean, and just a big head roll out, and he just missed it. And oh man, I mean, he grabbed it and he hit it, but he just didn't get it hard. He kind of rolled on it. But man, that was a big fish. I was like, wow, that's the fish that I was looking for. And then not long after that, in the dark, after the GoPro's off, because it's getting dark and you guys can't see anymore, I had another big fish whack that same bait. And I mean, it whacked it and started ripping out drag. And I was like, oh man, and then popped the hook. And that was it. So 2 really big fish went after that sinking Rapala that I got, that I was fishing, that I caught a few fish on. So that bait I really like, and I think that bait's going to catch a lot of fish. I think it's going to catch some big fish too. And so the other Rapala, topwater, the one that, it's not a topwater, it's a floating jerk bait. It actually, you jerk it and it floats back to the surface. That one caught me several fish as well. I'm really happy with that. I had the little Rebel wake bait, caught me one too. So all in all, it ended up working out. Didn't get anything on the Lake Fork minnow, which is so weird because I usually always catch something on those. And nothing. I'm pretty sure if I'd been in my kayak, I probably got a bite because I fished out by the fountain. I probably would have started hammering some crappie on it. But nothing from the bank. Nothing. But the jerk baits, man. Alright, sorry about that. My battery died, so I had to put another one in. So anyway, yeah, the jerk baits ended up being on fire. I was throwing a floating one and a sinking one, and both of them were catching fish. I figured I'd throw the floating one in the shallower areas where I didn't want a sinking one and throw it up in the shallow, and I was throwing the sinking one when I knew there was a little bit deeper water, and they were both getting bit, both catching fish. Caught 2 really nice crappie. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And they hammered it. I mean, just hammered it. So it was really cool. Multi-species evening, which is always fun. I love catching a lot of different types of fish, so it's always good to do that. And other than the fact that there was so much grass in the water, that was just really tough to fish. And even the crankbait was just catching all kinds of stuff. It's really hard. Could have thrown some soft plastics, but I didn't really want to because I wanted to go out and take the new baits that I just got, and I wanted to go down there and fish those and see if I could catch fish on them. And unfortunately, I just picked an evening where they were mowing the grass around the pond, so I just had to deal with it. But it still caught fish. I know I would have caught way more fish if I wasn't fighting all that grass that was in the water. You know, from them, not from the grass there, but just the grass that they mowed in the water. If I hadn't had to deal with that, I would have caught way more fish, I guarantee it. I think they would have been way more on fire. There was just so much junk in the water. But I still managed to get on some fish, still had fun, didn't catch anything big. I did lose a couple big ones, which is always a bummer. But it was always fun. It's always cool when you get some new baits. And so 3 out of the 4 baits that I was throwing consistently got me fish. I tried, so let me see, let me recap. I threw the 6 Sense, I think that's a smoked shad with the scales on it, and that's the curve. That caught me a fish. I threw the crappie, which did get bit. I just didn't get, you know, set the hook on the fish, didn't get them good enough. I threw the crawdad, so that was 3 baits, and then I threw another jerk bait that one company, I can't remember what it's called, Sublime, Saboul, something like that. I threw that one, didn't get any bites on it. But as soon as I switched over to the Rapala jerk baits, man, boom, pow, 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 pow. I don't know if it was that bait. I don't think it was that bait. I just, you know, they always want something specific, you know. And when you find that color and you find what works, man, you just stick with it. So, yeah. And then I threw that little finesse. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 baits that I threw. And 6 of those 7 baits were new baits that I just got. Which the Lake Fork minnow is really not new. It's a new paddle tail design, but it's not a new bait. So I don't know if I can necessarily call that a new bait. So, but we're gonna say, you know, because that was it's a new type. You know, I mean, usually I use a little straight tail, and that actually has a little paddle tail on it. So, half of the baits got bit though. I mean, you know, half the baits caught fish, and four out of the 6, you know, got bit. So I know that, you know, that was a good deal to go do that. So, and that's the thing, you know, you got to try different stuff. And I like trying different things. I know that the forage in that pond is certain things. I know that the bait fish, the little bait fish that swim in there, the smaller ones are about the size. The biggest ones you see are about the size of the jerk baits that I was throwing. So I think that's a good reason why they were getting bit, and even why the bigger bass hit on them is because that's kind of what's in there. And then they got brim and bluegills, frogs, crawls, yeah, whatever bugs are going on top of there, and then maybe a few baby geese in the spring when they have some babies if the big ones decide they want to munch on those. But yeah, that's basically it. It's the, you know, some minnow type fish. There's minnows type fish, you know, just bait fish. There's brim, bluegills, crappie, sorry, I forgot there's crappie in there. And then you got frogs and crawls and bugs, and yeah, that's basically their main forage that's in there. So I think that, you know, some of the bait fish that I see in there are about the size of those jerk baits, and I think that's what those bass feed on, other than some big bullfrogs that they do have in there, and some crawls. I've never seen any really big crawls, but I've seen crawls. So yeah, you know, it goes down to matching the hatch. Make sure you match the hatch that you're fishing for. So one of the things I always do when I go somewhere where I'm fishing, I look in the water, see what's swimming around at the banks and stuff, and if I can see what's kind of swimming around on the banks, then I kind of have an idea what I need to be throwing. I had a good feeling about that crappie crankbait that 6 Sense makes, and it got hammered. I mean, I got a couple good solid hits. I just don't think they, you know, got it good enough. But yeah, I got some good whacks. So I think that's going to be a good bait, and I think it's going to be a good bait for any body of water that actually has crappie. So yeah. So there you go, guys. I mean, that's my evening. That was it. You know, doing some bank fishing. Like I said, I like making these bank fishing videos because not everybody has a kayak or a boat to get out on, and so trying to know, kind of have ideas what you can throw at your local ponds or whatever bodies of water you're fishing helps you guys that are bank fishing. So, and I'm doing a lot of bank fishing this year so far, just because the world's gone nuts. So, just trying to stay away from the crazies. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. So if you guys could do me a favor, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that ding dong button, all those things you got to do for YouTube, and that share button, and then just do yourself a favor, get out there, get your lines wet, and catch some fish.